Aloha, big wave trading family. Holy moly, an excellent follow through on Monday. The market closed a little weaker than I would have liked to have seen. However, I have to be honest, I have a natural bearish bent whenever the markets are V ramping without any pullbacks to new highs. So I thought it would be much worse by the close. And in fact, whenever I left for the final hour before coming back, breadth in my holdings was strong, but actually weaker than what it ended up being at the close, which means despite the market continuing to roll over in the final hour, my long positions did better and more moved higher than moved lower during that final hour, leaving me with more stocks up on the day than there was an hour to go into the day. I would think that that's going to be excellent follow through. Today's follow through to Friday's price action without us completely rolling over. Also, I would think is a for sure sign that we should be able to move higher into the end of the year. The only problem is that the IBD put call has now crashed to new lows and is officially for the first time in a very, very, very long time below that 0.58 level, which I think right now is the level that's where it showcased that the crowd is just way too bullish, and I think it's way too bullish. All my sentiment gauges this weekend, which I didn't post. I did post that they're all bullish. I didn't post the readings, but the NAAIM exposure index jumped all the way to nearly 110%. And that with the IBD put call and the bull bear spread in the investors intelligence survey with the market V ramping all the way up here. Look at the DIA. Arithmetic weekly chart, SPY, arithmetic weekly chart, the comp QX weekly chart. Not big at chasing. Hey, if we were all talking about the market back here or right here and being like really bullish, I get it, But up here, after such a big, strong move up, my inclination is to want to play it safe, but I don't let my emotions get the best of me. I take signals as they are. A signal is a signal is a signal. Everything is working, and I got to admit, today was beyond great. I only had 2 full sell signals. They were both in hedges, and 2 partial sell signals, and one was in a stock up over 125% MRNS, and the other one was an RBCN for a negative 3% loss. So everything's working. I got a lot of stocks to look through to make sure the stops are exactly where I want them to be, but mainly it's because that they're up hitting new highs, and I always look to adjust my stops higher on stocks like that. I mean, this doesn't get any better than that. And then on top of that, we have another new 8 long positions and 2 add signals. I want to make this very clear. I do not love any of them. I like them all. They're all great signals. They all have that proper reward to risk ratio of greater than 4 to 1 potential gain to pain with very close inherent risk levels. I've increased it from the 5%. And I'm looking to make sure that to the final stop, nothing's going to lose more than 10%. But either way, I have to invest accordingly because I'm fully invested. Only raised enough capital to put about 1.75% of my capital in each of the new long positions. So with WUBA being a 4%, MTW being a 4%, EDU being a 2%, I obviously don't have that kind of capital and can only put 1.5 to 1.75% of my capital into each. The 1% don't even get the 1%. I'm actually lying right now. My math is terrible. I do not even have 1% of my account capital. I have 0.75%. So for IMUU being a 0.5% signal, I can put MDGL, I screwed that up too on the asset allocation, I think too. I got to reduce that. But so I'm on the new positions page. On MDGL and IMMU, I can max out at 0.5%, but the 4, 2, and 1 percenters, that's all going to be 0.5 to 0.75%. So with that out of the way, want to get started. WUBA, nice move off the 50-day moving average. Want to get long WUBA. 72, first cut loss level 68.14, final cut loss level 65.15. Don't like how BOP's going in the wrong direction. Also, the 200-day moving average is extended, so like I said, it's not perfect, but it's nice. MTW, Cancelim quality stock, was going to pass on initially because BOP's falling, but it showed up in one of my perfect speculator scans. That means it's good to go. 2% for Cancelim, 2% for perfect speculator. MTW, I want to get long 40.64, first cut loss level 38.70. I have so many notes here. 38.79. Is that right back here? 38.79. Nah, it's going to be this one right here. But you could also use this level here, these lows here, but no matter what, the final cut loss level needs to be with the move below 37.04 right there for MTW. MTW EDU, this is canceling perfect speculator, but it's extended from the 20-day moving average, so when I get long at 91.88, first cut loss 86.38. Final cut loss 81.87. It's a bit riskier because it's extended from the 20, 50, and 200. MTW is extended, way extended from the 200-day moving average. All these stocks are extended to one degree or another from one moving average or another. TURN is a perfect speculator low price stock, 1% in that one. Limit order for TURN at 203, 195, and 191 are the cut loss levels on TURN. FLL 1% low price perfect speculator stock, 383 limit order, first cut loss 368, next cut loss 344. You could even use 314, 302, 277 if you want. I might stagger stop a whole bunch of these all the way back here, so I probably have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 stops on my FLL 1% position. And then MDGL 0.5%, 1%. I am wrong. It is 1%. My notes here is wrong. It's a high-priced, high-quality, perfect speculator stock. MDGL was in all of my perfect speculator scans, my PS1, PS2, PS3, and PS4 scans. So it's a 2% signal. It's halved for being extended from the 20-day moving average. So 1% MDGL, 84.04, first cut loss 76.99, final cut loss 69.99. I might even have a third one though, if I can only buy like 30 shares or something like that here at the gap fill at 53, just to see if it can move. So MDGL is 1%. The only 0.5% name is IMMU, and that's because it's extended from both the 10 and 20-day moving average. But I've seen so many of these low-price biotech stocks that were just slightly extended but near the 50-day moving average run without me, like ARDM whenever I wanted to go long back here, that I don't want to see IMMU have the same thing happen, because I have a tight initial cut loss level in IMMU. If I go long at 12.69, first cut loss 11.81, then you could use 11.35, and then you could even go 10.25, and then you could even go 8.79 with it if you really want to give IMMU a chance to really work. And I believe that was all the new long positions, right? WUBA, EDU, MDGL, MTW, IO, IMMU, TURN, FLL, and that leaves add signals in GDEN. GDEN looks a little extended from the 50 and 200, but it's right there at the 5, 10, and 20. So to me, it's a good add signal since it's both CAN Slim and perfect speculator scan quality. It's only half CAN Slim, and that's because the EPS, I believe, is 79, not quite 80, but the recent earnings and sales growth is very strong. So it's good enough for me. So I'll just go ahead and consider it high quality. So 2% add signal in GDEN, limit order 3307. First cut loss level right here, 3168. Final cut loss level for me, 3011, because this is the last low with the green bop. I would let it go further back if these lows had green bop, but it's all yellow bop, so I just want to obey this stop level and this stop level. And then the last add signal, SPAR. Nice add signal on Thursday, but a little dipsy-do on Friday knocked me out of a fifth because I had 5 stops on this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and it knocked me out of the one right here at these lows. 1510 became the new first stop low. Nice move today. Pocket pivot point signal above average volume, still with max green bop. So I want to add to my SPAR position. Limit order 16. First cut loss level, like I said, 1505. Second one could be here at 1475. Final one here at 1435. All right, everyone, this market looks really bulled up, but like I said, I'm fully invested, so I don't mind all these long positions. Like I said, at 0.75% of my capital, I'm still putting right around $3,250 in each of these names at the 0.75% level with only $1 commission, and trading with the good to cancel stops. It's easy for me to handle all these positions on Maui, but it's incredible. Tracking 250 stocks. I'm long over 160, 170 of them. That means that I've been shaken out of that many stocks that are just continuing to move higher, by the way. So that's a bull sign. And they're all working. Pretty good.